Aruna, could I pass it over to you and just ask for your take on the potential of renewables in solving India's energy problems, particularly for the people who are off-grid and in the remote locations?
Thank you, Vinay. Actually, that's what my main focus was, because I'm the only non-industry person, I suppose, in this panel. So let me give you some numbers, which are my favorite things. So 175 gigawatt, to put it in world context, in all over the world, there are 657 gigawatt of renewable. So what India is planning to achieve is 175 by 2022. So till date, world over, there's only 657 gigawatt of renewable. So when you think about it, to earn 25% of it in the next 6.5 years, it's a huge, huge task. Let me just say, it's easier said than done. So out of that 657, 177 gigawatt is solar. So world over, till date, we have 177 gigawatt of solar, and India wants to achieve 100 gigawatt in the next 6.5 years. So that's just, it seems a very daunting task, if that's the least I can say today. But at least in solar, the industry is very, very positive about it. So the last, I think, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana had solar bid, and it was oversubscribed by 3 times and 4 times for the amount they were offering. So it is very, very positive, the industry-wise. But like Vinay said, my focus is to bring the environment perspective. So this 100 gigawatt of solar, 60 gigawatt large scale, what is the land requirement? Anybody has, like, okay, CRC has a benchmark of 2.2 hectares per megawatt. And each state policy has different. Rajasthan has 3.5. So there is no consistency in those numbers as well. But still, that is such a, like my colleague from NTPC has also said, that the land requirement is very huge for solar. In first phase of JNSM, when a plant in Rajasthan had come out, it was 5 megawatt. But the village next to it did not have any electricity. So the plant was generating power and supplying to the grid, but the village right next to it, on the land that it was made, was the village's land that it used for grazing and stuff, but the village did not have any electricity. So what is the point of having a 175 gigawatt of renewables when you're not thinking about, I think the last census said 306 million people in India have access to zero electricity. And if you add numbers from people who have less than 6 hours, less than 12 hours, this is a huge, huge number, huge part of it. I live in Delhi NCR, I don't have 24 hours electricity. So compare that, how huge a task this is. So like Mr. Stogi said, that it's the decentralized, the distributed, the beauty of solar is that you can generate it anywhere. So all the focus the government is making is large scale. We are building solar parks, great, fantastic. But how do we ensure that that power is reaching the 300 million people who do not have access to electricity? The DISCOMs are very reluctant. They think that these customers, especially in rural India, are not viable. They are not able to afford paying their electricity bills. But why is the focus of these DISCOMs not to ensure that there is a mini grid setup, or there are so many options available? And why aren't we focusing on these people? If we want to bring out, like there is the 20 gigawatt, which even the target says that it's for youth development and entrepreneurial development. So what are the policies that we want for these 20 gigawatt to make sure that these are for energy access issues?
Sunita, sorry, you have to be quick now.
Yeah, oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so the two things that are positive that are coming out is the Draft Renewable Energy Act has a lot of focus on decentralized distributed generation. Even if these plants are set up, like I was talking about renewable energy-based mini-grids, this can be used to fulfill RPO obligation for DISCOMs. So that is a good step. Also, the division of supplier and distribution in the electricity amendment bill that was introduced. But there are good policies, but we have to make sure that these policies also make better implementation. Because a lot of ideas exist, but on the ground, the reality is that they are not implemented as they are intended.
Thank you, Aruna. Thank you.